today's video, I will be doing all of the hot takes reactions to all of your entries. Also, someone will be winning a jersey from my giveaway in this video, so stick around to the end and take in all these hot takes. Let me know what you think down in the comments below about them. But before we get to that, let me remind you, go to dubby.gg and check out all of their products on their website, their energy drinks, their merch, whatever else, and use code SHREDDER for 10% off your order. Or click the link in the description to make sure you get the discount code. Either way, let's get right into this video. Starting off with our very first take, C. Henry J says, Titans have had the best free agency yet, and they did not overpay Ridley. He'll be top 10 by the end of the next year, mark my words. So, starting off with, there's a few different things here. One, Titans have had the best free agency. No, they haven't. Not even close. Honestly, losing Henry and replacing with Tony Pollard's not good. You get Ridley, and you get, who else did they get? I believe there's a defensive player they brought in, but I'm not even thinking of him right now. That best free agency? Absolutely not. The Steelers, the Eagles, wow, there's other teams. The Dolphins, the Panthers have all been better for sure, no doubt about it. And they did very much overpay Ridley. The guy didn't play for 2 years straight and then came back and wasn't good at all. And had a better quarterback throwing to him than Will Levis is currently, which is, I mean, you know, nothing against Will Levis. He just got here in the league. But either way, he'll be top 10 by the end of the year, mark my words. If he wasn't top 10 this year as a wide receiver too, he's not going to be, and you know, with Kirk being the guy that everybody expected more of, he's not going to be a wide receiver or top 10 wide receiver when he's not even a wide receiver, or when he's a wide receiver one garnering the most attention. Excuse me, I can't speak. But it's a hot take, and that's what this video is. I appreciate you for that one. You're still entered to win. Going forward, Dylan C, 44-29. Packers are going to win the NFC and go 5-1 in their division, and so more surprising, we'll have a top 10 defense again for the first time since 2011. NFL script writers are fiending for that Love versus Rodgers Super Bowl. I can believe that. I can believe this right here is got some truth to it. They'd love to see it, but no pun intended. However, win the NFC, they got to go through the Lions first. I think that's their only real opponent here. Go 5-1 in their division. I'm assuming that loss will be to the Lions, but you never know. Sometimes you lose a stupid game to like the Bears or maybe the Vikings this year. And to have a top 10 defense, I think that's actually the lowest surprise of this to me, in my opinion, because they have Lucas Van Ness, they have Rashawn Gary, you know, maybe Devondre can't, well, he got cut. Either way, they bring in the safety from the Giants, McKinney. They have some things. If Jair stays around, they have some things to work with. Win their division is going to be hard. Win the NFC. Oh, that says NFC. That says, wow, that says NFC. Going to the Super Bowl, you mean? That's even hotter. Never mind. Yeah, that's a lot hotter. Didn't realize. I'm just now realizing. Either way, yeah, pretty hot take there. That's what it's about. But hey, I appreciate the fandom, Dylan. Entered to win. CJ Smalls, 330, says, Russ will perform really good or at least above average in Pittsburgh. They will resign him to at least a one-year contract, and Justin Fields will see little to no playing time. Well, that ain't a hot take. He's terrible. He ain't going to touch the field. But unless there's an injury. That's the only reason. But honestly, after this, Kyle Allen might play over him. I wouldn't be surprised. He's been a better starter than Fields has. Oh, whatever. Yeah, you're going to get mad at that one, I know. Either way, Russ will perform really good or at least above average in Pittsburgh. That's highly possible. I think that is really likely, honestly. They're going to have a really strong running game. The line is only getting better. If they can find another receiver or two, then he'll be fine. Russ, he'll be minimum what he was in Denver last year, if not better, I think. I don't think there's a doubt about that. They'll resign him to at least another one-year contract. I think he'll get multiple years. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. You know, maybe not as hot as some others, but you're still entered to win, no doubt about it. Lance Russell, 7477. NFL award ceremony is a joke. Hardly anyone who actually deserves it wins, so they need to make a change in that department. That is 100% true. I don't think that's hot at all, but that's okay because it's just true. It's a statement. It's a fact. It's no doubt about it. The ceremony is a joke. Like this year, most of the awards were won by guys who didn't deserve them. It's just whoever's the more popular at the time for some reason. It doesn't make sense. And yeah, we're letting a bunch of casuals take over apparently. Lance Russell, you're still entered to win. Not hot at all, but you know, it is what it is. Another Jordan Love guy here. Love gonna throw for 4,800 yards, 40 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, 68% completion, 100+ rating, rush for 470, and 7 touchdowns. Well, that's hot considering alone that I mean, that's a lot to do in one exact setting. I mean, you're asking for a lot here. A lot. Love throwing for that many yards. I mean, that's MVP level right there. Those numbers are 100% MVP level. For a guy in his second year, the only thing I'm concerned about is the weapons. They just don't have the best weapons. And, maybe Christian Watson finally stays healthy and breaks out. Maybe Jaden Reed turns into an absolute dominant wide receiver. Maybe it happens. But right now, it's not really set up for that. They need more time with those receivers, or at least a very good receiver to come in. However, it is a hot take. And I'll give you that one. I like it. Keeping up the fandom. I'm assuming you're a Packers fan as well. Nightmare games. I think C.J. Stroud is going to take the Texans to the playoffs once again, win the AFC South at a 12-5 record, and with C.J. Stroud in top 5 quarterbacks, yeah, that's pretty decent. I mean, it's a pretty hot take, I'd say, because currently C.J. Stroud is not top 5. He's had 1 year he played well, and that's it. You're not going to put him top 5 for one season. It's just not possible. Texans to the playoffs, I mean, the only thing is, they overachieved this year, and they added talent, so they should be in the playoffs. However, every year there's like 6 teams total who are supposed to be in the playoffs and don't make it. So that's going to be very interesting to see who turns out to be those 6 teams. But yeah, they have a lot of competition in that division now. The Colts look like they're up and coming. The Jaguars are still pretty decent. Titans, I don't really know about them. I feel like they're going to be the worst in the division. But either way, good hot take. I'll leave it at that. One more before we hit a little break here. Vikings should have re-signed Cousins. I know we got Sam Darnold, but he's not as good as Kirk, and I think the team has a perfect offense for Kirk to go in and win a Super Bowl. Very interesting. Yeah, they could not beat the Atlanta offer, if you can see that. Let me make sure. Yeah. No. Dino Nuggy says this. Excuse me. Sorry for cutting you off there. But they should have re-signed Cousins to a point. Yeah, he's really good, but at the same time, there's a very solid chance he goes into Atlanta next year and is not good at all. It's possible. It's definitely possible. He's 36, coming off an Achilles. He wasn't elite to begin with. He was very good. Sam Darnold, maybe he's not as good as Kirk was, but maybe he's better than Kirk is going to be this year. It's very possible, not to say it will happen. And I think the offense is perfect for Kirk, but the problem is the defense. And yeah, the defense got better, but they need to be a lot better than they were. And so far, to me, in my opinion, they've only gotten worse this offseason, losing Danielle Hunter and replacing him with Jonathan Grenard. So, it is what it is. Damian Ramirez, hot take. Aaron Rodgers will not be great next season when he comes back and plays for the Jets. I mean, all right. It's not that hot. It's kind of expected by everybody except the Jets, except I think he could be good. I think he could be very good. I mean, I see no reason why not, other than the fact that he's old, but, he's still Aaron Rodgers until we don't see it. That's one thing. I hate when people hate on somebody for 1 year of being injured. If this guy was injured for the last 3 years straight, there'd be a difference. But he's been injured for 1 season. Let's stop acting like he's just died. He's not. He should be fine, honestly. Rylan Kelleher, I believe that says. Hot take. Derrick Henry and the Ravens make it to Super Bowl, lose to Niners 36-14. I don't think the Ravens go back to the Super Bowl, go to the Super Bowl, or even back to the AFC Championship. I think they blew their shot. They only got worse, in my opinion. They lost a lot of guys, including their DC. I think that's the biggest loss of the year. And Derrick Henry is 30 years old. I just don't think he's got... he'll be good in spurts, but in terms of the ability to hold up, I mean, no Ravens running back ever holds up, so why should we expect him to? LeBron James. Oh, this is not a NFL take. I'll take it. I like that. LeBron James would dominate in the 90s and 80s NBA. Here's another. Michael Jordan wouldn't have won another championship if he played a little longer. So starting off with this one, I actually disagree. I don't think he would dominate like he does today. LeBron is soft. He always has been soft. He whines, he cries, and that's just who he is. I think LeBron is the second best player of all time, and that's fine. Let's stop acting like that's a bad thing. Second best ever. That's great. However, the physicality is just not the same. Yeah, he's a big dude, but he doesn't play like it in terms of not running. I mean, yeah, he runs downhill. He's massive. People get out of his way. But he doesn't really play that big in terms of the grand scheme of things. He wouldn't play big for this era for sure that we're talking about here. Jordan wouldn't have won another if he played a little longer. I agree with that because I think at the end of his career, he was done. But had he not left off those 2 years, I think he might go get 7 rings, maybe even 8. It's possible in that middle there. Corbin JB says, Jalen Waddle will have a better year than Tyreek. I disagree with that. That's hot. I like it, but I disagree with it. Olave is him. Hot take. Bears do really good next season with Caleb Williams, and they go to the championship, assuming he means Super Bowl, where they get blown up by the Packers. All right, Eli Ice, I like the little zinger there. Yeah, I think they will do really good. I mean, comparatively, I think there's a chance they do very good and are still third in their division behind the Lions and the Packers. There's also a world where they win their division because Caleb Williams is that good. It's both possible. And they've built this offense up to be supportive to Caleb Williams. They didn't do that for Fields, but guess what? Fields wasn't good enough to even worry about anyways. So, pretty good take there. I'll keep it at that. Hot take, the Jets win the AFC East easily. Ooh, I like that take. I mean, I don't think it's possible. I think the Bills are they're just better. They are. And I think Josh Allen is just better. I think their team is just better. I think the coach is better. And that doesn't say much about really McDermott. It says more about Saleh at this point, being fair. But they do have a better roster overall. And can that win for them? Very possible. However, I think Josh Allen goes on. I think he goes off next year. I think it's over next year. Josh Allen is going to be the MVP next year. He should have been this year, honestly. Dolores Simmons says, hot take, Derrick Henry will win a playoff game in a Ravens jersey. Saying they win a playoff game is not hot at all. Let's just be real. I mean, they go to the playoffs most years. They win one. Okay, great. They'll probably be an upper-level seed, at least a 5-seed minimum. And I don't think they get, a bad matchup. They have a decent roster still for sure. I just don't think that they really, are that great anymore. Either way, not a bad take, but we'll leave it at that. And now someone will win the jersey giveaway right now. Who is it going to be? It is Dylan C4429. You have won the jersey giveaway. Please email shredder@gmail.com. It's on the YouTube page. Go to my channel. Go to the top. You have won the jersey giveaway. Thank you for being a subscriber, sticking around. And I will do another jersey giveaway probably at 5,000 subs, so help me get there. New goal, 5,000 subs. We're going to keep growing. I'm going to keep doing jersey giveaways as we go. Either way, Dylan C4429, the one who submit, let's see, which one did you do? You submit this take right here. Dylan, you have won the jersey giveaway. Congratulations. Make sure to email me and you'll follow the instructions there. You have 24 hours from the release of this video to do it, or I will pick someone else. We are going to finish off with a few more hot takes. Milo the Airbender says, Russell Wilson won't do anything for the Steelers but bring them down. Fields will take over during midseason when Russ poops the bed, and Fields will coast from there, but it's time for Wilson to hang it up. He's washed. I disagree. I think the Broncos run a really bad spot, but, I get it. I get the take. I mean, he had a rough year last year. The year before. Last year was not great, but honestly, I think there was more factors other than just him. I think he can be fine, and he's now set up in a situation just like he was in Seattle. It could be a lot better right now. Next, Isabella Earnhardt. Piping hot take, the Chiefs will miss the playoffs next year. A few key injuries on defense, Kelsey slowing down, no great receiver, the division getting better, and every team's best shot will finally catch up to them. Some replies here. I love that, but I don't know if Chargers and Raiders can take the division this season. And they said Chargers will win, Broncos will outrank the Chiefs because of head-to-head. Depending on QB play, I could be completely wrong, though. Either way, yeah, this is a decent take. I mean, it's a hot take for sure, but key injuries on defense, that always happens to somebody. Some big-time team takes on injuries. Usually it's the Bills, though. Kelsey slowing down. We've already seen him slow down a little bit. He's still great, don't get me wrong, but he's definitely not the same guy he used to be. Marquise Brown ain't going to fix your receiver room. Division is getting better. I think that a Harbaugh signing makes it better. And every team's best shot will finally catch up to them. The Chargers are really the team here. That is possible because of the Chargers. Either way, we're going to have to move down through this. Next, we have Candace McIntyre. Derrick Henry to the Ravens isn't actually going to be that good of a move. I think that's a fair point, just and simply because of the fact that, he's kind of old, and he's been around a long time, and he's a running back, and Ravens running backs always get hurt. Either way. Grayson says, hot take, next season, Russell Wilson will prove all the haters wrong and the Broncos and lead the NFL in passing yards. Also, we'll get the Steelers, you spelled that wrong, to the playoffs and get at least through round 2, maybe even win the Super Bowl. Wishful thinking there. I hope so, but probably not. Prove all the haters and the Broncos wrong. I think that's highly possible for sure. Hot take, lead the NFL in passing yards for sure. I don't think that happens. I think we run the ball too much for that. Steelers to the playoffs and get to the round 2. That's possible. I think that is definitely possible. If we went with Matt Canada for most of the season and Kenny Pickett and then Mason Rudolph and did what we did at 10-7, there's a definite chance we can be a round 2, round 3 team next year. I think that's possible. The team's good enough. The defense is good. The running game's good. We just got to have competent quarterback play. Super Bowl win, though, a little far. Congrats on 1K, bro. Thanks for the congratulations, but, appreciate it. I need to like all these people to make sure they know that they're great, too. Next, we have a couple more. User HR2VV. I gotta move because we're at the bottom of the screen now. It says, let me just go up here. That's a lot easier. Travis Kelce is overrated. His true position is wide receiver, not tight end. Kittle is the best at tight end in the league, better than Andrews, Njoku, Ingram. Kelce is also a terrible blocker. Even on his own podcast, New High, his brother, probably the best center of all time, said that Kittle is the best tight end in the league. So, is he overrated? No. Is his true position wide receiver, not tight end? I don't think so. I think he is a tight end. He's just a receiving tight end. Kittle is the best tight end. That is a fact. He simply is. Kittle is almost just as good of a receiver as Kelce is, but he's a much better blocker. And he's better than Andrews. He's better than Ingram. You don't have to listen to Njoku. We know that. Njoku's not that good. He's fine. He's an above-average tight end at best, but he's not that good. Yeah, I do think Kittle is the best tight end in the league right now. It just depends on, if he gets the ball enough because they have so many options over there in San Francisco. And good take for there. Finally, Caleb Williams is not that good. Won't take any team to the Super Bowl. He will be a bust. I think that's just wrong, honestly. He's a very good quarterback prospect, one way or another. Good, bad, a little bit of both. He's a very, very, very good prospect. You can't deny that. The rest of it depends on the team. The Bears, they have a really bad record of holding up quarterbacks. That might be his downfall. Or maybe he'll just get out of Chicago, maybe on draft night, maybe in 4 years after his first contract. Either way, I think he's talented enough to be one of the best quarterbacks of all time. It's just, will a team help him get there? Either way, that is going to be all of our hot takes. Dylan, you have won the jersey giveaway. Hit me on the send me an email. Make sure you do that within 24 hours of this video's release time, or I will pick another winner. Either way, thank you all for watching. Thank you for subscribing. I'm so excited. I'm now at 1,000 subs, and now we're shooting for 5,000. Either way, I'll see you on the next video.